Hello, my name's David Seaman, and this is the Three Lions Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Three Lions Podcast. My name is Russell Osborne and this is an independent England football supporters podcast. How are you? Hope I find you well. Hope you enjoyed your bank holiday weekend. I know some leagues are coming to their conclusion now for this season. Congratulations if you've won the league, if you've got into the playoffs, if you've won a trophy. Maybe there's still a trophy yet to be won in the season. Commiserations if your season hasn't gone the way you hoped and you find yourself, well, looking at new locations for next season. How do I put it? Commiserations if you got relegated. Anyway, there's always next season, isn't there? Hope you enjoyed the recent episode looking at England and when VAR became involved. Little bit controversial, that one, wasn't it? But, hey, it's history, isn't it? It's still available at your podcast provider of choice or threelionspodcast.com. Go check it out. Plus, there are many other episodes over there. Plenty of evergreen ones that are still relevant to this day. So, what are you up to this summer? Booked your holiday yet? Before you answer that, let me just recap on a couple of things. If you did hear that last episode, then you'll have heard me talk about the England Shirt Day. I'm trying to get going for the Senegal game at Nottingham Forest's City Ground on the 10th of June. A game where everyone wears their England shirt. Any England shirt you have. White, red, blue, yellow, lionesses. Basically, let's try and make it all England. No club allegiances. All come together with Three Lions on the shirt. Now, I did say I'd had the idea. I've since found out that a Chelsea fan has been doing a retro shirt day for the past 3 seasons at the Bridge. So I was way behind the curve there. But they do say great minds think alike. Now, he also raised some money for charity in the process. I'm looking at the possibilities of doing similar. I'm not sure at the moment, but any thoughts on it at all, drop me a line, either on the socials or threelionspodcast@gmail.com. Okay, less about me, more about England. Let me just update you with a few things. Andorra away was recently confirmed as being played in Barcelona. You may have heard the neutral venue episode I did. Worth a listen, that. That's one of the evergreen ones that I mentioned. It's always available. Well, our allocation was announced as being 10,089. The tickets have gone on sale now. They're priced £50 for Travel Club members. Well done to the Travel Club for getting that allocation. So it's a decent allocation, I think. There's also the news of the return leg of the fixture at home to Andorra, Saturday the 6th of September. It's going to take place at Aston Villa's Villa Park. It's our first fixture there since we played the Dutch in a goalless draw in February 2005. Tickets for that go on sale between the 15th and the 19th of May for Travel Club members, 20th to the 21st for My England football members. Then it goes general sale 22nd of May. And it's being played at Villa Park as Coldplay are in action at Wembley. There are obviously a fair few supporters, coaches looking to go up to Villa Park from across the country. Go up to Villa Park, go down to Villa Park, across to Villa Park, whatever way you're going to it. So try and support those guys that are organising those coaches. Always do a great job. Now, back to this episode. 2025 is a summer of tournaments for some of our national teams. I have to admit that as a youngster, I used to dislike years ending in odd numbers, as it meant there were no Euros or World Cups to look forward to. But as we'll soon discover, that's not so much the case now, or at least these tournaments are more widely available to find out about. We can see and enjoy them more than when I was young, quite a few years ago. You may be already off to some of these tournaments, but if you're not aware of them, grab your passport for your summer holidays, pack your shirt, and you may end up watching a game or two in a bar by the beach. Let's see what's on. This summer we have the under-17s, under-19s, under-21s and the Lionesses all in action, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But first, let's start with our under-17s. The UEFA Under-17 Euros finals starts on the 19th of May, runs until the 1st of June. It's in Albania. The tournament and its qualification will act as the UEFA qualifiers for the Under-17 World Cup in November, to be held in Qatar. Now, England qualified for this tournament. We're talking about the men's here. We qualified for this tournament after topping our first group in round one with 3 wins from 3 over Sweden, Latvia and Malta. We then moved on to round 2, which was hosted at St George's Park, where we topped the group once again with 3 wins from 3 over Slovenia, Israel and Northern Ireland. Now, the Under-17 Euros is an 8-team tournament, 2 groups of 4, top 2 into the semis, then winners onto the final. We are in Group B with Italy, Belgium and the Czech Republic. We're going to run through these in sort of date order, I think. Next up is the Under-21 European Championships. I know a fair few of you have already decided to go to this one. It starts on the 11th of June. The final takes place on the 28th, and it's being hosted by Slovakia. As I'm sure you're aware, we are the current holders after winning it in 2023. We beat Spain 1-0 in the final, thanks to a deflected goal from Curtis Jones following a Cole Palmer free kick. And do you remember the last minute there was a penalty save from James Trafford? Ball pinged around the penalty area quickly following that, and the Spanish put it over the bar, and the final whistle blew and England were champions. That was our 3rd title after winning it back in 1982 and 1984. In fact, episode 353 is a recent one. I spoke with Nigel Callaghan about what it was like to be part of that 1984 winning team. Go check it out. But we are back now to defend that title that we won in Georgia. But let me quickly remind you of how we got to the finals this year. As is the norm, the holders still have to qualify. We finished top of our qualifying group after playing 10 matches. We won 8, we drew 1, and we lost just the 1 with an amazing goal difference of plus 35. Now, this is with some players who have already made the step up to the senior side. Captain of the under-21s, Taylor Harwood-Bellis, Harvey Elliott, Noni Madueke, Morgan Rogers, Cole Palmer too. Palmer is actually 23 years old. He was 23 just the other day. The rules with regards to players' age at the under-21 tournament is that players born on or after the 1st of January 2002 are eligible to participate. With regards to the tournament, once again, it's 16 teams spread across 4 groups of 4. England are in Group B alongside the Czech Republic, Germany and Slovenia. Both the group winners and runners-up qualify through to the quarterfinals and so on towards the final to be held in Bratislava. Hopefully we will be there again. After 6 games in charge of the senior team, following Gareth Southgate's resignation, Lee Carsley is back as manager of the under-21s. He originally started that position July 2021. He'll announce his squad soon, so expect a few familiar names, including those that I just mentioned. But with the senior team playing away to Andorra and then we've got the friendly against Senegal, you'd assume that we should have enough player-wise, older players, to get past both those fixtures without disrupting Carsley's under-21s. You would think so. I'm thinking that Lee Carsley will pick a strong squad, as you'd expect, for the tournament, and we won't need those younger players for those two fixtures. I've often said that the under-21s finals, they are tough to call. I never want to get carried away. Players have either reached their peak at 21, either in maturity or ability, and then sometimes they'll drop away, maybe unfortunately because of injury, or some will still have their best years ahead of them. England at the moment, we seem to be riding a crest of a wave, don't we, with players? But previous years, when we were expected to win, we crashed quite badly. 2013, when we were managed by Stuart Pearce, we finished bottom after 3 defeats. 2015, as top seeds, we were managed by Gareth Southgate. We finished bottom of the group then. 2021, bottom once again, then managed by Adi Boothroyd. So it is a tough tournament, and yeah, of course I'd love to see England win it. But I look at it more as experience for these younger players, and looking more towards their future careers in the senior team. And I believe coverage for the under-21s tournament is going to be on Channel 4, which is good. We'll be able to tune in and see them on the telly for those of us that are not going. If you are going, enjoy it. Nearer the time, I'll probably do an episode on the squad selected by Lee Carsley. Okay, next up, the men's Euro under-19s tournament. It takes place between the 13th and the 26th of June in Romania, southern Romania to be more precise. It's the 22nd tournament of its type, and players born on or after the 1st of January 2006 are eligible to participate. 8 teams, all European of course, fighting it out for the title that was last won by Spain. And in doing so, they qualified for the Under-20 World Cup, along with all the semi-finalists. Now, officially, England have won this tournament on 11 previous occasions, in most recently 2017 and 2022. This was when it was officially classed as Under-19, but way before that, it was classed as Under-18s. But yeah, the two most recent tournament wins, 2017 and 2022, we had players such as Aaron Ramsdale, Mason Mount, Jarell Quansah, and Liam Delap, all collecting a winner's medal. First, though, to get to the finals, England had to come through the qualifiers, where they finished top of their group, Group 3. All those games took place in Bulgaria in November 2024. There were 2 wins over Lithuania and Bulgaria, and a draw with Belgium. That took us to the elite round. Again, a 4-team group where we faced Portugal, Wales and Turkey. Again, 3 games. These were played in Wales across a 6-day period in March earlier this year. 2 wins against Wales and Portugal and a draw against Turkey sealed our place in the tournament, which is one with 8 teams, 2 groups of 4, top 2 qualify for the semi-finals and then the final. And in those finals, in the group stage, we've been drawn against Germany, Norway and the Netherlands. I'd love to give a prediction as to how I think this will end for us, but frankly, I don't know enough about the team, or the other teams, or the players, to make a judgment on it, other than I wish them all the luck. And it appears that these games will be available to watch through the UEFA TV on the UEFA website, I think. And that is pretty much the same for the next tournament I'm going to mention. Once again, it's the under-19s, but it's for the women's. Takes place between the 15th and the 27th of June in southeast Poland. Interestingly, Belarus was supposed to host this, but they were stripped of it because of their ties to Russia, basically. Same format and age bracket as the men's. The young Lionesses are in Group B, alongside Portugal, Netherlands and Spain. This tournament that we've won only once. That was in 2009. But we have been runners-up on 3 occasions. But that win, wow, what was that, 16 years ago? Was against Sweden and featured the likes of Lucy Bronze, Izzy Christiansen, Jordan Nobbs and Tony Duggan. To get there, they negotiated 2 rounds. November 2024, they finished 3rd, joint on 6 points with Italy and Poland. All of those games being played in Poland. And they moved to round 2, which was played at St George's Park in April. Home advantage seemed to help us. This would be Austria, Belgium and Ukraine to top the group and seal our qualification. Again, good luck to the ladies there. And we will stick with the ladies for a moment, as this summer it is the Women's Euros. This takes place between the 2nd and the 27th of July in Switzerland. I don't need to tell you, I'm sure you already know, the Lionesses, they are the holders of it. We won it on home soil a few years back. We did still have to qualify for the tournament though, and we finished 2nd in the group behind France, but ahead of Sweden and the Republic of Ireland. The tournament, just to recap, just like the under-21s, is a 16-team one, spread across 4 groups of 4, quarterfinals, semi-finals, final. We have been drawn in Group D, once again meeting France. Wales are in there and the Netherlands too. We begin by facing the French, then the Netherlands. Both of those are in Zurich. Then we have Wales in St Gallen. I have to be honest, I'm not so confident of our chances of retaining the title. Even the group could be tough. We lost to France in qualifying. The Dutch, they can always cause a problem. And then throw in a match against a home nation, that could go either way, regardless of Wales' overall ranking. Our performances of late in the Nations League, well, they've blown a little hot and cold, but that hasn't been helped by injuries to the likes of Lauren Hemp and Alex Greenwood. But when I've watched the games, either in the stadium or on the telly, we just don't seem to have that biting, cutting edge at the moment. Obviously, hope that will change. But if we do manage to progress out of the group, then there's the chances that we could face the likes of Germany or World Cup holders Spain at some point, which obviously Germany we faced in the final of the last Euros, didn't we, at Wembley when we won 2-1. If we end up playing Germany, they'll be looking out for revenge, won't they? And we played them recently in a friendly at Wembley, which was a fairly topsy-turvy game. But if you are heading to Switzerland, which is already looking as being a sold-out competition, then enjoy it over there. But the games here will be screened on both BBC and ITV, either of their platforms. So there's plenty of opportunities for us to see the Lionesses in action. Let's round it off now. This sounds fun. It's 25 years of the UK Super Cup. What's the UK Super Cup, I hear you ask? Beach soccer. How good does this sound? Appleby Beach, Ryde, the Isle of Wight. From what I can gather, these are teams competing rather than nations. I don't know a great deal about beach soccer, I have to be honest. But it is a 5-a-side game, played over 36 minutes, split into 3 quarters of 12 minutes. Obviously a smaller pitch too. I really need to do an episode on beach soccer. I know there is an England team, and they do play in tournaments. As we speak, actually, the 2025 Beach Soccer World Cup has almost come to its conclusion. This year taking place in the Seychelles. We did take part in qualifying. We finished third in the initial group stage, which meant that we qualified for the round of 16, where we lost 9-2 to Italy. And sadly, our journey to the Seychelles was over. I did actually start a ball rolling for an episode on beach soccer some time back when I found out that they trained at the Whitewater Centre in Waltham Cross, where they'd done the Olympic canoeing in 2012. It's not far from me, and there is, or there was, a large sand area that the England team practiced on. But it seems that they've moved on from there now, so that episode got shelved. But I need to go back to it, find out a little bit more about beach soccer. But back to the Isle of Wight, the UK Super Cup sounds fun, doesn't it? The 26th of July is the Women's Super Cup, and then the 27th it's the men's tournament. So get yourself down to Portsmouth or Southampton, get the ferry across to the Isle of Wight. Get yourself to the Garlic Museum or factory there, isn't there? Black Gang Chine. Plenty of things to do down on the Isle of Wight. The Needles. Osborne House. I'd love to say I had some sort of association with that, but sadly I don't. But there you go. There are plenty of teams to get behind this summer, and hopefully a few trophies to be won as well. Before I round it up, I just wanted to wish you all a very happy VE Day. Today marks 80 years since the end of World War II. I was down in Portsmouth at the weekend, a city heavily associated with our armed forces. Plenty of flags around, street parties in full swing, going well into the night. I saw the flyby over Buckingham Palace on the telly. That looked great too. But take a moment to reflect on those that fought for us to be where we are now. Also, those that are still engulfed in conflict around the world. Be nice to think that very soon they can also enjoy peace too. Thank you for joining me. I will be back with you very soon, taking a look at some more England-related content. Hope you can join me for it. So until then, take care of yourselves. Cheers.